Hello, everyone. I am glad to share with all of you the conclusions about semantics analysis of words, focuses of the semantic features, semantic roles, lexical relation, and collocations. Additionally, I will mention the conclusion of pragmatic analysis of words, focus on the description, context, references, speech acts, and politeness. Well, it is important to remember that semantic is the study of the meaning of words and phrases and sentences. Semantic refers to literal words, and there are two important terms that are associated with semantics. These are connotation and denotations. And let us analyze the semantic features of the words happy. We can recognize several semantic features associated with the word happy. First, we have the feature emotional, which indicates that happy is related to emotion. It is a positive emotions, emotional state. Another feature of the word happy is positive, because happy represents a positive feeling rather than a negative. We have the future state, which implies that happy describe a state or condition rather than an action. In conclusion, by recognizing this semantic feature of the words, we understand the meaning of the specific aspect it communicates. This feature helps us distinguish words from other words and understand the rules in language communication. Semantic roles refers to the different functions that words and phrases play in a sentence. They include roles like agent, patient, theme, and experiencer. For example, the cat chased the mouse. Here we have two mouse, cat and mouse. The verb is chased. Cat is the agent because the agent is the doer of an action. In this sentence, the cat performed the action of the verb chase. Um, Mouse is the patient, and the patient is the entry that receiver experience the action. That's why we assign the semantic roles of patient to the noun mouse. In conclusion, by analyzing the semantic words of sentence, we can understand the relationship between the nouns and the actions. The nouns and the action described by the verb. This role contribute to the overall meaning and comprehension of the sentence. Another example is about lexical relations between the word car and vehicle. Word car is a hyponym of the more general term vehicle. Um, because it represents a specific type of vehicle in the category of vehicle, um, vehicle is a more general term. In conclusion, by understanding these lexical relations, help us to clearly understand the meaning um, of the words. Another example is about collocations. When we say do homework instead of make homework, in English, do homework is the conventional um, certain collocation, uh, the action. Um, for example, do homework in a complete that would refer the action. Um, do homework is the conventional and acceptable in English, and it is the opposite of make homework. Uh, in conclusion, semantic is the study of the word and phrases help us to understand the language better. It involves exploring the meaning of words, the characteristic, the roles, the plain sentences, how they relate on words, and how they tend to go together. And we can communicate more effectively and understand language easily. On the other hand, we have the pragmatic analysis of word, focus on the description of the content, reference, speech acts, and politeness. And I'm going to mention, some of the conclusion. The pragmatic analysis involves studies how language is used in real language and how they convey through social and cultural context. Well, understanding pragmatic includes ability to interpret meanings in real life situations by considering context, reference, speech, acts, and politeness strategies. It helps us to understand the complexity of communication and encourage us to develop effective respectful and interactions. Another conclusion is description of content plays an important role in interpreting meaning and connotations. Uh, when we write expression or refer specific things to ideas. This is called references in pragmatics. We can use different type of words such as proper nouns, other nouns, phrase, phrases or pronouns. Um, when we want to do or emphasize something, we always identify something, but not in a unique way. Um, Speech acts includes actions depend of the include this action depend of the situation, what the speaker intend, and what the listener understanding. So, speech are basically speech acts are basically what we intend when we speak or we want to say. Speech actions have influenced by the contents they occurs and depends on the intention of the speaker and the interpretation of the listener. Politeness means using words and actions to be nice and respectful when we talk to others. Politeness is important to keep a good atmosphere and take consideration with others in conversation. Finally, I would like to emphasize that if we take into consideration semantic and pragmatic functions in communication or written forms, we are going to communicate clearly with others and we are going to avoid misunderstanding. Thank you very much for your attention.